King Charles and Queen Camilla surrounded by the pages who helped them so ably today. And of course, Prince George, the eldest grandson, one of those pages. And now another door opens and we see more members of the royal family fill out that balcony in the moment that quite literally the world has been waiting for.
And quite a broad presence of royals there, as you can see. Edward, the king's brother, is there on the far left. Presumably, therefore, we will see Anne as well.
Every time someone new files out, the crowd roars, and this is where we really depend on our royal spotters, Daisy and Bill, to let us know who we see when we take that wider shot. But imagine the conversation that's going on between these two.
And we can already see little Louis is playing up to the crowd. You can see him on the left next to his sister Charlotte, as Wolf was saying. We've got the Wessexes, or as they were, the Edinburghs, on the far left.
The Duke of Kent on the far right. So again, quite a distant cousin of the king's now. So,
but they are sticking to the working royal rule, obviously apart from the children and the pages there. And you've got a sign there of the blended family. So the Queen's pages being her three grandsons and her great nephew, and then of course George and three other 13-year-olds being the king's pages.
So the only working role we can't see yet, but she did have a big role, of course, in the procession, is Anne.
I'm guessing she is rather soggy.
She's probably rather
drying off.
But of course, to state the obvious, no Andrew, no Harry, no Beatrice, no Eugenie.
So this is the vision of the slimmed-down monarchy that has been so talked about in these last few days. Slimmed down certainly by virtue of the Queen's passing, but then also Harry departing, Prince Andrew no longer being essentially forced out from being a working royal. And so this is the image of the future. And we just saw the Princess Royal.
We saw the Princess Royal still in her Blues and Royals uniform, and the thistle elements to that uniform that she's wearing. The rain is still very heavy, but the noise is very, very loud here. There's Charlotte in her Alexander McQueen dress.
Loves the wave, and we got our royal flyover. Perhaps not the one with the fighter jets that some had hoped for, but we got there nonetheless.
We got a couple of quite loud helicopters, not enough for Louis to block his ears this time, alas. Here comes, I think, the red arrows to finish things off.
Was cool.
That was worth the wait.
Charles was 4 years old the last time he stood on that balcony on a coronation day. He waited 70 long years for that moment.